Welcome, welcome, welcome. Radhika ji and Rajiv ji. Any sharing, any questions? Welcome, Saloni. Any sharings, any questions? Did you bless people in your life? How was your last practice? Magic cues? Were you able to thank you, Saloni. Were you able to communicate with the universe? Did you ask questions from the universe and receive the answers? Were you more alert and conscious?
Hi, Richa.
Hi,
Um,
Saloni.
I was definitely more conscious. Not of the signs, to be honest, but I was seeing things that around me that were happening, and things that were, sort of downfall in others' lives, but that made me feel more grateful about mine. Be it money, health, or
That may be a magic cues that you practiced
yeah,
gratitude.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Wow, beautiful.
And I am on, I believe, day 3 or day 4 right now because I joined late. So
Okay.
I did that relationship while I practice. Just you have to write 5 gratitude for that person, and I
Mhm.
could actually see a behavior change the same day.
Yes, happens. Very, very, very powerful exercise.
Yes, yes.
If,
I was really happy to see that change, and I thought that I'll continue doing that.
yes, if you do concentrated practice in some area, you will see magic happening like this. You will be astonished and amazed by the results you will create.
Right, right.
Just be very, very clear on what is it that you want, what is the intention.
Mm-hmm.
If you're clear and be very, very connected to your intention, then your intention will manifest.
Right.
So you have to hold the space for things to happen, and that will happen through gratitude and being conscious of the intention that you want to create.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm on day 3. But I sometimes, I mean, I feel extremely grateful, but sometimes I just feel lost. But then I kind of, I don't know if it's the process.
It's just been day 3, Saloni, so just be very compassionate and loving and
Hmm.
conscious. Understand that before the class you were not even conscious of being low and high. It's
Hmm.
just because you're aware that you need to be in a higher vibration. It's just that you are aware that you have to hold on a vibration. It's just that you're aware that you want to practice and be in gratitude all the time. That
Right.
you are more conscious of going up and low.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Makes
it's
sense.
it's an achievement that
Hmm.
you're progressing. At least you're aware कि आप कब ऊपर जा रहे हो कब नीचे जा रहे हो.
Hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful. Any other question or sharing, Saloni?
I think, yeah, again, another sharing, which is about a high. So I was expecting to receive some work that I was looking forward to yesterday, and then I got a message from the client that it's happening, and then I got really happy. But then 5 minutes later, she said that the timing is not appropriate. Like she might have to skip this time or pass it this time. And I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset at all. I was perfectly fine. Normally, when you expect to receive something and you think you have received it, and so I celebrated for 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes later I read another text from her that this might we might not take it forward. And I didn't feel bad at all. So that felt like I was really grateful for the control I had on my emotions yesterday, and it wasn't forced upon. It just
Yes,
came very naturally to me.
naturally. So the whole power of magic book, which I would say is that, you know, अपन as a human being will feel very weak when we don't have control over who we are being.
Hmm.
कुछ अच्छा हुआ तो खुश हो गए, कुछ बुरा हुआ तो दुखी हो गए, and
Hmm.
just happen. And whatever happening, we sometimes it just doesn't match our expectations, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we are just so fluctuating, and then we feel very weak and um, helpless and uncontrolled. We feel as if we have nothing in our hands and control, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Through gratitude, what will come is that you will first of all become very conscious. Second
Hmm.
of all, you will be able to distance yourself from the circumstance.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, so you will be able to objectively be present.
Hmm.
It will not be irrational decision making.
Hmm.
And when you are being in a vibration, good vibration, you will just attract things that will match the vibration. अगर वो काम नहीं होना था ना और आपकी वाइब्रेशन से मैच नहीं हो रहा and it is below your vibration, तो वो होगा भी नहीं. तो बढ़िया है. That's the way to look at it.
Correct. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Beautiful. Thank you, Saloni, for sharing.
Thanks to you for sharing, for reading the magic book with us.
Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. Any other sharing or questions from anybody? Radhika ji? Varun? Anybody else? No? Okay. Let's start with day 26, magically transform mistakes into blessings. It's a beautiful chapter in a way that um uh, uh, breakdowns आएंगे. If you are playing a bigger game, the more the bigger game you will play, the bigger breakdowns will come. But once you know how to overcome emotionally a breakdown, then that same mistake, the obstacle will become the way. You can magically transform your mistakes into your blessings. I've done this and it's beautiful. कोई breakdown होता है, anything that is not happening according to me, I will just consider it as a problem, mistake, or an obstacle, and I will just write 10 gratitude, 10 positive, and 10 blessings hidden in a problem which I am not able to see. And once I do that, oh my God, the ideas just buzzing from all the areas, and you will just start loving your problems. And truly, like truly, in my experience till now, whatever issues, problems, mistakes that I have done in my life, trust me, they have become the best blessing for me. Because from that mistake or that problem or that obstacle, I've got the biggest gifts of life. Maybe it my business, maybe it my personality, maybe it in my sense of myself, maybe it's in my relationship with life, maybe in it in my developing faith, maybe it in my being centered in who I am, maybe it may be in my finding the purpose of life, um, and just regular life choices. I'm very more content and satisfied with where I am now because of those problems, because somewhere I just feel conquered, I feel successful, I feel established because I overcame all of those obstacles. अब वो छोटे हो बड़े हो, आपकी लाइफ में कैसे भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मेरा सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस उस पे बना हुआ है कि आई overcame obstacles, and it may be same for you. आपकी लाइफ में जो आपकी मिस्टेक्स है, ब्रेकडाउन्स है, प्रॉब्लम्स है, उससे आप बनते हो. दे गिव यू सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ एन आइडेंटिटी because you learn the best possible life lessons or life through them. प्रॉब्लम्स आती तो आपको ग्रेटिट्यूड फील होता है, जब वो प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं होती. मेरा व्हाट्सएप 2 दिन से बंद था, तो अब मुझे उसकी व्हाट्सएप की वैल्यू समझ में आ रही है. आई एम लाइक शिट, वाओ, थैंक यू. What a beautiful technology. What a beautiful way of living. I just can't live without WhatsApp. It's such an intricate and, a free tool given to us that I don't even realize how magical it is, and how magical it is to, even be with people and be connected with people on WhatsApp. It makes life so easy, and you feel so centered while talking on a WhatsApp, because आप खुद से connected होते हो. जब आप चैट पे कुछ लिखते हो तो आप अंदर दिल की बात लिखते हो यार, जनरली फोन पे या कहीं और पे तो फिर भी आप 100 बार सोच के बोलोगे, पर व्हाट्सएप पे तो बिल्कुल क्रिस्प जो आपके अंदर होता है वो आता है. तो आई एम तो वेरी वेरी ग्लैड फॉर a small breakdown that happened. I realized how powerful it is and how powerful a tool it is, right? So in a similar way, whatever breakdown and a mistake you have in your life, if you love your problems, if you love your mistakes, if you are being compassionate with yourself for just letting it be, you will discover diamonds, gold, all kind of things coming out of it for you, and it's only and only for you. हनुमान जी को या राम जी को उनकी आइडेंटिटी उनकी मिस्टेक से मिली, या उनके लाइफ में जो प्रॉब्लम आई थी कि सीता जी का अपहरण हो गया, सिर्फ इतनी सी बात पे उनकी पूरी लाइफ डिजाइन हो गई, एंड दे आर हु दे आर बिकॉज ऑफ दैट प्रॉब्लम. सिमिलरली महाभारत में जो संघर्ष था, इट्स द द द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट था, जो ब्रेक डाउन था, द बिगेस्ट ब्रेक डाउन गिव द बेस्ट लेसन्स टू द होल ह्यूमैनिटी इन द वर्ल्ड. Turn your wounds into wisdom. The wounds are beautiful gift for wisdom. If you start loving your wounds, आपको दर्द से प्यार हो जाएगा. जिम में भी जो सोरनेस होती है लोगों को उससे प्यार हो जाता है, क्योंकि उससे इतनी अच्छी मसल्स बनती है, एक प्लेजर मिलता है. सो दिस इज ओपरा विनफ्रे इन 1954. टर्न्स योर वूंड इनटू विजडम. आज जो ओपरा विनफ्री की पर्सनालिटी है, उसने जो डेवलप किया खुद को, सिर्फ खुद की मिस्टेक्स को ब्लेसिंग्स देकर, हील कर कर, उनमें से विजडम गेन करके, खुद से प्यार करके खुद को बना लिया जो बना लिया. एंड ओपरा विनफ्री इज रूलिंग द वर्ल्ड. एवरी सिंगल मिस्टेक इज अ ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज. अपन लोग बहुत ज्यादा गिल्ट ट्रिप में जाते हैं. इस मंत्र को रट लो, गिल्ट इज बेवकूफी. एवरी सिंगल मिस्टेक इज अ ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज. Today's magical practice will prove it, because you are about to discover that there are actually untold blessings hidden within every mistake. You know, and again, I'm sharing from my personal relationship only with my husband. My husband is super, super, super independent. And when I got married at the age of 23, 24, I was very, very clingy. And, in that domain of Shah Rukh Khan or maybe what, सब साथ में करेंगे, जिम भी साथ में जाना चाहिए, एजुकेशन भी साथ में लेनी चाहिए, बिजनेस भी साथ में करना चाहिए, वॉक पे साथ में जाना चाहिए. इट वॉज मोर अबाउट फॉर मी डूइंग थिंग्स टुगेदर. And till now we don't do a single thing together. He's a very independent person. I was an independent person, but I just had clingingness or cravings for being together, I guess. But and it was a big breakdown for me emotionally कि he's just not there. And I feel अब मुझे फील होता है कि वो मेरे लिए ब्रेक डाउन था, मिस्टेक थी, रिमोर्स था, गिल्ट था, मैंने उसको हील किया. तो आई फील this is the best blessings, because if he's not there and I'm independent in a married relationship, I can actually discover and be who I am. I am not constrained by being in a relationship with my husband. I can just be who I am, discover who I am, think and individually understand what is it that I like, what is it that I don't like. My journey is mine, his journey is his. And it doesn't matter if we are both very, very different personality and unlike. I respect who he is, and I have developed a lot and a lot and a lot of love and respect for my own self. Before it was that I should get that love and respect from outside. Now I'm very, very clear. It's just about me and my relationship with myself. That's it. Full stop. And I've become so independent and bold and courageous, and I'm on my path and I'm living my purpose of life just because I'm just independent. So even some you feel कि यार ये ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था, मुझे तो ये चाहिए था, वो चाहिए था, ये वो, नीना नीना. But 100% whatever breakdown, problems or mistakes you have is a blessing for you in your life. A child makes mistakes while learning how to ride a bike or write, and you don't give it a second thought because we know that through their mistakes they will learn and eventually master that they are trying to do. So why is it that adults are so hard on themselves when they may make a mistake? अपन तो इतने सीरियस हो जाते हैं, ये हो कैसे, क्या क्यों हो गया, लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स होनी नहीं चाहिए, ऑब्स्टिकल्स होनी नहीं चाहिए, कुछ अनसर्टेन होना ही नहीं चाहिए. And now make a rule or life or a life mantra for your own self. I love uncertainty. I absolutely love uncertainty. I am willing to take risk. I'm willing to play all out. I'm willing to fall. Failing is good. I love failing. I love making mistakes. Mistakes are blessings. I love mistakes. I love my obstacles. I love problems. These problems are my treasure box. ये ट्रेजर बॉक्स बंद होके आया है और मुझे है ना प्रॉब्लम लग रही है, पर मेरे को इसको जब मैं अनलॉक करूंगी ना, मेरे लिए एक पूरा नया ब्रह्मांड खुल जाएगा मेरे लिए एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए. सो आई लव प्रॉब्लम्स. द सेम रूल that applies to children also applies to you. We all make mistakes, and if we didn't make them, we did never learn anything, and we wouldn't grow any smarter or any wiser. So just fall in love with your mistakes, but try to make in bigger mistakes, stupid mistakes. Just playful out, be committed, go on a try to achieve the bigger things, so you will have bigger mistakes, and once you have bigger mistakes you will learn a lot. We have the freedom to make our own choices, and that means we have the freedom to make mistakes. Mistakes can hurt, but if we don't learn from the mistakes we have made, the pain we have suffered from it has been for nothing. In fact, by the law of attraction, we will make the same mistake over and over again until the consequences hurt us so much that we finally learn from it. अंडरस्टैंड, कोई आप मिस्टेक कर रहे हो और रिपीटेडली कर रहे हो, या आपकी लाइफ में कोई पैटर्न रिपीट होता जा रहा है, वो इसलिए हो रहा है बिकॉज आपने अर्लियर पैटर्न से कुछ सीखा नहीं. until and unless you don't learn from it, it will repeat. It's a way of communication from the god. It's a school for you. It's a teaching ground. It's a blessing in disguise. Ki please learn this. It's a command from God. Please learn from it. That's it. Mistake और कुछ नहीं होता. It's a teaching. It's a wisdom passed on from universe to you. It's the very reason why mistakes hurt, so that we do learn from them and don't make them repeatedly. To learn from a mistake, we have to own it. And this is where many people can become undone, because they often blame someone else for their mistake. ये बहुत ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग है, बहुत ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग है, बहुत ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग है. जब आपको किसी चीज से बहुत ज्यादा नफरत होती है ना, किसी सिचुएशन से बहुत ज्यादा नफरत होती है, घिन आती है, यू नॉट एबल टू एक्सेप्ट इट, यू फील दिस इज जस्ट बिलो माई लेवल. Yes, we should have mistakes, but this kind of mistake is intolerable. That kind of mistake will transform you. That kind of mistake will open certain doors in your mind which you were not open and ready to learn about. We just don't want to expand, and universe is always giving us opportunities to expand. Until the time we don't own our problems, obstacles, mistakes, we won't be able to discover the treasure in them. Let's consider a scenario of being pulled over by the police for speeding or being given a speeding ticket. Instead of taking responsibility for the fact that we were speeding, we blame the police because they were hiding in the bushes on the highway around a bend. We couldn't see them. They had a radar gun, and so we didn't stand a chance. But the mistake was ours because we were the one who chose to speed. We chose to speed. Everything has a consequence, and it's a choice. The problem with blaming other people for our mistake is that we will still suffer the pain and consequences of our mistake, but we didn't learn from it. And so, bingo, we will attract making the same mistake again. The problem with making mistakes is we don't let go. We don't let go of our behavior, our thinking patterns, our belief system. We are so adamant on being right and being a certain way that that's the only way of living. What we know is the only way of living. What we believe is the only way of living. That's why we do the same mistakes. Because mistakes happen because you're seeing things in certain way, and the reality is saying, no, no, Baba, what you believe, what you think is not true. That's why you're mistaken. Please learn what's real. Get the right map. You're following a wrong map. And we're like, oh no, 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 no. This is not the way things should happen. I have the right map. It's the samne wale ka fault, or it's the samne wale ka problem. That person ruined my life. That stupid person ruined my life. That ignorant person ruined my life. If you're following this book, understand in the world there is only one ignorant person and there is only one stupid person, which needs a new map, and that's you. You are human, you will make mistakes, and it's one of the most beautiful things about being human. But you must learn from your mistakes, otherwise, your life will have a lot of unnecessary pain. How do you learn from a mistake? Gratitude. No matter how bad something may seem, there are always, always, always many things to be grateful for. When you look for as many things as you can to be grateful for in a mistake, you magically transform the mistake into blessings. Mistake attracts more mistakes, and blessings attract more blessings. Which would you prefer? Today, think about a mistake you have made in your life. It doesn't matter whether it was going a big or a small mistake, but choose one that still hurts when you think about it. Maybe you lost your temper with a person close to you, and the relationship hasn't been the same since. Maybe you put blind faith in another person and got burned. Maybe you told a white lie to protect someone, and because of it, you ended up being in difficult situation. You might have chosen the cheaper option on something, and it all went wrong and ended up costing you a lot more, a whole lot more. So I don't know about the book. I'm just telling from my experience. It takes time to decode your mistake. It takes time for you to understand spiritually, consciously, in the belief system, in deep rooted uh, perspective of yours, what went wrong. It's an internal inquiry. Of course, if you are grateful, if you practice gratitude, it comes like this. The the lesson you need to learn will be very quick if you're writing it. If you're writing and practicing gratitude for the situation, and it heals drastically, very, very fast. Gratitude has the fastest healing power of mistakes and hurt. I have done it. I've cleared all my past through it, and it is magic, magic, magic. You might have thought you were making the right decision about something, but it completely backfired on you. So my recommendation is don't go in the mental kaise kya ye wo won't work and it will be very complicated mentally. So just start, choose कि यार ये चीज मुझे अच्छी नहीं लगी थी या ये मिस्टेक के लिए मैं खुश नहीं हूँ, उसके लिए ग्रेटिट्यूड लिखना शुरू करो. ऑटोमेटिकली मैजिकली आंसर्स आएंगे, मैजिकली यू विल अंडरस्टैंड why and what, and you will be free. That's it. बहुत easy peasy है, and that's the only way. Once you have chosen a mistake to magically transform into blessings, look for the things to be grateful for. To help you, there are two questions you can ask yourself. What did I learn from the mistake? What are the good things that came out of the mistake? The most important things to be grateful for about every mistake are the things you learned from it. And no matter what the mistake, there are always many good things that came out of it and altered your future for the better. मेरे को है ना एक प्रॉब्लम है, मुझे हमेशा लगता है मैंने चॉइस गलत कर ली, एंड दैट्स माय मिस्टेक. मुझे हमेशा लगता है मेरे चॉइस करने के पैरामीटर्स ही सारे रॉन्ग, एंड दैट्स अ मिस्टेक. So then now what I've done is I've practiced a lot of gratitude for my choices in my life, and I don't know, I'm just happy about my choices, or maybe I am making better choices in life now. think think this through very carefully and see if you can find a total of 10 blessings to be grateful for. For a long time I have cursed myself, gone in guilt, anger, remorse, resentment, that why the hell I do below the line choices or not do a good choice, maybe a good choice but I could have done better. But yeah, I created satisfaction in my choices. I chose to choose my choices. I chose to be compassionate towards myself. कि मेरे पास जितनी नॉलेज थी, जितनी अक्ल थी, जितनी समझ थी, जितना एक्सपीरियंस था, उसके हिसाब से मैंने बिल्कुल बेस्ट चॉइसेस की, है ना. And from that compassion and love towards my own self, I think I am bringing more confidence and love towards my own choices. And whatever I'm choosing in life now, I'm choosing it fully without being maybe not a good choice types. So once you choose things, you just choose it. Don't question it again and again. Every blessings you find as magic has magical power. Every blessing you find has magical power. Write out your list in gratitude journal or type them on a computer. Let's take example of being caught speeding by police car and receive a fine. I'm grateful to the police for wanting to protect me from harming myself, because, after all, that was all they were trying to do. So, सामने वाले के intention में भी अच्छा intention ढूंढना is a good way of practicing blessings. I'm grateful to the police because if I was honest with myself, I was thinking about other things and I was not concentrating on the road. I'm grateful to the police because it was foolish to put myself at risk speeding while a tire that needed to be replaced. I'm grateful to the police for the wake up call. Being pulled over did affect me and it will make me watch my speed and drive more carefully in the future. I'm grateful to the police because somehow I had a wild idea that I could speed without getting caught, without putting myself in danger. The seriousness of the police made me face to face with the fact that I was putting both myself and others in a serious danger. So मैं ये रीड कर रही हूँ पर अपने दिमाग में you have to be very very clear कि what mistake that you want to address, उसको उसको रख के सुनोगे तो it will all make sense. I'm grateful to the police because I think about my own family being put in danger by other speeding drivers. Then I definitely want the police to stop speeding drivers. I'm really grateful to the police for the work they do in trying to ensure the safety of every person and family on the roads. I'm grateful to the police. They must see heartbreaking situations every day, and all they are trying to do is protect my life and my family's life. So, as a person, I'm a very, very stubborn and a strong person. मुझे जो सही लगता है मुझे लगता है वही तरीका लाइफ जीने का. So sometimes or maybe a lot of times I fail to understand others perspective and I fail to be compassionate and I fail टू बी कि यार उसका भी ये पर्सपेक्टिव हो सकता है, वो जिस तरह से लाइफ जीना चाह रहा है वो भी उतना ही वैलिड है जितना मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशंस और मेरी वे ऑफ लिविंग है, राइट? And once you practice gratitude for their way of living, their belief system, their way of looking at things, they being whole and complete, then you will develop compassion and more perspective in life, and you will just be okay in any of the relationships in your life or in your business or where you are in your life. I'm grateful to the police for making sure that I arrived home safely and walked through the door to my family as I usually do. यार ये नाइन्थ तक तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है शिट लाइफ में कुछ काम ही नहीं सिवाय ग्रेटफुल होने का, और कोई ऑप्शन भी नहीं और कोई तरीका भी नहीं जीने का. दिस इज द ओनली वे ऑफ लिविंग लाइफ. I'm grateful to the police because all the possible consequences that could have stopped me from my speeding, the police pulling me over was the least harmful consequence, and it could have been the biggest blessing of my life. I would strongly urge you to take any mistakes you have made in your life and that you still feel bad about, and in your own time, follow this magnificent and magical practice. Think about it. Through one mistake, you have the power to bring many blessings. What else guarantees dividends like that? Magic practice number 26, magically transform mistakes into blessings. Count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for the blessing as you can. Choose one mistake you made in your life. Find total 10 blessings you are grateful for as a result of making that mistake and write them down. To help you find blessings, you can ask yourself the questions: what did I learn from the mistake? What are the good things that came out of that mistake? Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Yes, please, sharings and questions. No sharings, no questions? मेरे को लग रहा है सबको सब समझ में आ रहा है. Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Richa. How are you?
All good.
What I was, my line of action is like, every day in the morning while remembering the gratitude, what happened to me last day, it becomes, difficult to figure out small things that changed my day. So what I've been doing since last 3, 4 days is I just write the incidents in very brief as and when it happens, so that in the morning I write them in detail again, and then I read them again and say thank you, thank you, thank you. So is that the correct method?
There is no correct Vivek.
Yeah, because this way I'm able to figure out all the things. Like yeah, sometimes my gratitude list becomes 20 in a single day. This way,
Perfect.
because
Whatever
so
works for you.
so I just wanted to know whether this is the correct approach or not.
There is no right and wrong, correct
Got
and
it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
did you like the chapter today?
Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. And I was sharing, day before yesterday, I was in Delhi. Till yesterday, I was in Delhi. So I was staying in Leela Ambience, Gurgaon. What happened was, before checking in, I wrote a gratitude message that my hotel check-in would be very nice. My stay in Leela Ambience would be very amazing. I'll be, I wrote each and everything. Like I wrote around 7 to 8 gratitude lines before checking into the hotel. And what happened was when I checked into the hotel, the person at the reception, he he told me like, sir, you have booked the normal premier room, but instead of that, I would like to offer you a executive suite room, residential room. And
Happy.
a residential room was for around 47, 48,000, and he
Yes.
offered me at the same price.
Great.
And all the gratitude things that I wrote about staying in the hotel, I believe me, this was the best hotel check-in I've ever had in my life.
Perfect,
And
beautiful,
entire
beautiful.
thing, like all the services in the room, like every time we check into a five-star hotel, things to take a little, time to come. Whatever we ask for, it takes a little time. But everything was, it was magical. In 2 to 3 minutes, I was getting the service from them. And
Perfect, perfect. I will tell you the science behind it. Generally क्या होता है, कोई भी चीज करने जा रहे होते हैं, अपन doubt करते हैं.
hmm,
And we indulge in doubts. And we enjoy being in doubts. And we क्या यार ये सही तो है ना, गलत तो नहीं हो जाएगा, ऐसे करना चाहिए ना, ये ना, वो ना, ये ना. We think a lot.
hmm,
And we forget that our job is not to doubt, question.
hmm,
Our job is to create what is it that we want and do gratitude and blessings. Instead of asking कि यार ये सही है या गलत है, we can just do blessings.
right.
आप लीला एम्बियंस जाने से पहले जनरली क्या होता है, यार होटल सही तो चूज कर लिया ना, अरे यार ये सही तो है ना, ये रेट तो सही है ना, मुझे दूसरा होटल तो नहीं करना चाहिए था. वी आर
सही है. हाँ.
उसी डोमेन में घूमते जाते हैं. Instead, we can just be grateful for it, and the things will be created. And you did that, Vivek. It's beautiful, and you can
Absolutely.
bring that practice in every area of your life.
Hmm.
और ये डाउट वाली जो चीज होती है ना, ये सबसे गंदी चीज है. सबसे गंदी चीज है. Because this gratitude is all about faith. It's all about belief. और faith का enemy कौन होता है? डाउट ही तो होता है. So if I'm doubting मैं कुछ कर पाऊंगी नहीं कर पाऊंगी, मैं सही हूँ गलत हूँ, मैं सही कर रही हूँ नहीं कर रही हूँ, and I'm revolving in that question, then I'm wasting my time and energy in revolving in that thought process. Instead, I can just do blessings, 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 and things will just flow. Because वो इतनी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी आ जाती है कि आप कुछ करते भी हो तो लगता नहीं आपने कुछ किया है, सब ब्लेसिंग से ही हो गया है. That's why it feels like magic. ब्यूटिफुल शेयरिंग विवेक जी. आपने जो शेयर किया है, मैं एक और पर्सन जानती हूँ, अश्विन मुंजाल, जो इतनी ब्लेसिंग्स करती है, उसको हमेशा अपग्रेड मिलता है. और वो बोलती है कि अगर मैं ठेले वाले से भी कुछ ले रही हूँ ना, तो वो एक फ्री एक्स्ट्रा देगा हमें जबरदस्ती.
Yes, exactly.
गोलगप्पे के लिए, या मैंने वो जो होता है बर्फ का गोला, उसके लिए भी इतना शुक्रिया किया होता है कि वो सामने वाला पागलों की तरह हमें देना चाहता है. हम लेना नहीं चाहते तो भी बरसा बरसा के हमें देना चाहता है. शी शेयर्ड कि एक ठेले पे वो मैगी खत्म हो गई थी, सब लाइन लगा के बैठे थे, पर हमें पता है ना डबल ट्रिपल मैगी मिली प्लेट में, क्योंकि हमने इतना ग्रेटिट्यूड दे दिया था. मैगी कितनी टेस्टी होती है, मैगी का स्वाद कितना अच्छा होता है. अरे हिमालय मैगी और भी अच्छी मिलती है. ओ आई लव द मैगी का टेस्ट. इट्स सो स्टैंडर्ड, इट्स सो अफोर्डेबल, एवरीबडी एंजॉयज इट, इट्स एवरीडे स्नैक्स, इट्स सो फुलफिलिंग, इट फिल्स माय स्टमक. ओ आई लव मैगी, आई लव मैगी, आई लव मैगी. उसने इतना ग्रेटिट्यूड किया मैगी के लिए, उसको भर भर के 2-2 3-3 प्लेट मैगी मिली, जबकि सबके पास खत्म हो गई थी और सबकी लाइन में खड़े थे, किसी को भी नहीं मिली. So how does that work? It's your energy that you attract things to you. That's it. And energy is a currency. The blessings is a currency. It's as equal as money. Perfect. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Vivek, for sharing, because it was such a beautiful awakening and powerful sharing.
And this, I have made this as a habit, every time for meetings also, before I go to any meeting. This was shared by RJ sir also, and after doing your class, I have instilled this in my mind that before going for any meeting or before expecting any kind of result, I write down the result in positive, the way I want it to happen. I read through it again and again before going, and I have seen many positive things. Today also, there was a magical result that I expected, and actually, it came through. So it's magical.
मुझे पता नहीं क्यों जोर आता है इंटेंशंस क्रिएट करने में. आई रेजिस्ट अ लॉट. इंटेंशन क्रिएशन में भी जोर आता है. एंड दैट्स इट. दैट्स द ओनली डिफरेंस इन you creating magic and me not creating magic. जिस area of life में मैं magic create नहीं कर रही, वहाँ पे resistance है, pure resistance है, that's it. उस
Absolutely.
area में gratitude करने के लिए भी resistance होगी. फालतू लगेगा उस एरिया में blessings करना, gratitude practice करना, that's it. It's pure resistance. Not willing to practice gratitude is resistance. And understand it's your choice, you're resisting it consciously. Perfect. Any questions and sharing? Thank you, Vivek, for sharing. Any other sharing? Any other question? Okay, perfect. Please be intentional, create, bless things, feel gratitude. The more gratitude you will feel, the more intentionally you will be able to create what you want. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.